Hello, and welcome to day 2 of 50 Good Questions to Ask the Tarot cards from a blog that I found that I will link down below. And today we have, what are the next steps that I can take to align with my life's purpose? So that is going to be the general theme. If you would like to follow me on this journey of doing 50 of these really good questions, then please follow me. I would greatly appreciate you being here. But as always, this is a collective pull, so please take what resonates and leave what does not. If you are not yet called to listen to this, you don't have to listen to it right now or ever. If you would like a personal reading with me, please schedule that in. All the information is down below in the description. And for what are the next steps I can take to align with my life's purpose, I am going to keep referring to it because I do keep forgetting the general question. And we have the 10 of Cups today. Paying attention to what you have right now, paying attention to how far you've come already. A bunch of birds just flew by my window. I don't know if that's significant to you. Sense of flight, sense of freedom, sense of movement in the right direction. 8 of Wands also fell out at some point today. 8 of Wands also prominent. Movement is a big one. So the next steps that you can take in order to keep aligning with your life's purpose is simply moving forward and never stopping. Just keep swimming, because I know that it feels difficult when you feel stuck, when you feel static, when you feel like you don't know where to go next, but it's a matter of simply moving forward, going anywhere, going in any direction, even going in the direction that ends up being wrong. You're still going in the right direction, because that means that you have tried and you know that that direction is not for you. So try something. Throw some wet pasta at a cabinet and see what sticks. That is the purpose here. But with the 10 of Cups, also paying attention to how far you've come, as I've mentioned earlier, being grateful for what you have right here, right now, and then moving forward from that point on, because if you do things from a place of self-love, you are going to have a lot more consistent of a outcome with everything that you do in terms of your goals, in terms of your actions, in terms of your emotions. If you do things from a place of self-love, those goals are going to become more actionable long term. And if you do things from a place of spite or from a place of negativity, it's going to be a lot more difficult for you to actually achieve the things that you're striving for. 6 of Cups is also falling out. Sense of nostalgia. Again, that sense of paying attention to how far you have come. Pay attention to your history. If you have trouble figuring out what your next steps are, take a look at what you wanted to do since you were a kid, or what you wanted to do 2 weeks ago that you forgot about, that you've been procrastinating. Do it now, because the only person who can keep you stuck in whatever static and whatever sense of complacency that you are living in right now is yourself. You are the only person who can get yourself out of it. And I know that it's difficult, so please schedule in a private meeting with me to see if I can align you with your life's purpose if you are having trouble finding it. But it's just a matter of moving. Take a look at where you came from and how far you have come and where you can go from this point forward. High Priestess is also falling out. Not helpful at all, because it's a matter of following your intuition. But it is a little bit helpful, because it takes a look at what you actually want to do deep down. And that is why it's so important for you to take a look at what you wanted to do as a child. And you from the past, doesn't necessarily have to be from childhood, but what did you want to do last year? How far have you come since then? How much have you achieved, and how much more do you want to achieve from this goal, from this starting point? If you are done with that cycle, let it go, because 10s are a sense of ending to cycles, and that's why it's important for you to be grateful for how far you've come. But we are also goal-oriented creatures. We need to see something in the future in order to be able to continue living and continue surviving, in order to get to those goals that we have. So follow your intuition. This might not be for everybody, but maybe sitting down and meditating and see where you see yourself 5 years from now, five months from now, 5 weeks from now, 5 minutes from now. How do you want to feel, and who do you want to be? That is going to help you keep moving forward. So see how far you've come and pay attention to where you want to be. The Knight of Cups is falling out. Being a little bit more romantic with yourself. But what does romanticizing your life truly mean? It means just taking things slow. Movement does not have to be quick, and the steps that you take to align with your life's purpose don't have to be big. It's all about the little things, and that's also something to consider when you feel stuck, that maybe you're thinking about things a little bit too big, and that's why you feel paralyzed in your decisions, paralyzed in the step that you have to take, because you're looking at the big picture instead of paying attention to the little teeny tiny step that you have to take to get to the next step, to get to the next goal, to get to the next idea. And don't put so much pressure on yourself. Do things from a place of self-love, because it's going to be easier for you to be creative, for you to figure out what it is that you want to do, and for you to listen to yourself. The more pressure that you put on yourself, the more pressure you're putting on your past and your inner child, and things that you just can't change in the present moment, nor can you control. So romanticize your life. Take things a little bit slower. Be a little bit more sensual in everything that you do because you have enough time for everything. And if you feel stuck, it might feel like you have too much time. But again, take things slow. Do not rush through everything that you do, whether it be driving to work, whether it be talking to your loved one, whether you even be sitting on your phone. Pay attention to what you're actually doom scrolling with, and take a look at maybe it's not actually meant for you to spend so much time on your phone. But overall, what are the next steps that you can take to align with your life's purpose? Taking things slow, being grateful with how far you've come, and listening to your inner child, to your past, and what it is that you actually want to do and why you want to do those things. That's also a big thing that's going to help you figure out the next steps that you should be taking yourself. And romanticizing your life. You don't have to rush all the time. You don't have to put so much pressure on yourself. You need to take it easy. If this is something that's a little bit more tangible, I will say that there's a lot of relation to your emotions. Doing something related to emotions. If you feel like you're a little bit feisty lately, maybe doing some meditations, maybe even doing some therapy, going back to yoga if you've never done yoga before, going to yoga and doing something where your body can move, dancing. Dancing is a big one too, to regulate your emotions. With the Six of Cups is also related to the past, is also related to you being bogged down by the past and anchored down by your past. So a sense of needing to let go of your past because it's something that you can't change. You can't change the past. You can't successfully predict the future. So the only time that you can live is in the present moment, right here, right now. So focus on your emotions now and focus on your energy. Align with things that bring you a sense of positive emotions, because the more that you feel positively, the more that your brain is going to find reasons for you to be positive. And the same happens with you being negative all the time. If you constantly do things that anchor you down, that keep you pressured, that keep you struggling, that keep you miserable, that keep you depressed and anxious, the more that your brain is going to align with things that bring you that anxiety. Because it's not a matter of what it is that you want or don't want. It's a matter of familiarity. What your brain is familiar with is what it's going to align with, because that is where it knows that it's survived before and it's going to survive again. And following your intuition, that is something that you might be struggling with, so take things slow. Sit in silence once in a while, and you don't constantly have to move. Momentum is going to come on its own anyway. Take it slow and enjoy the journey. That's where the magic happens.